my channel and to another video. I hope you're all really well. So today is Tuesday morning. It's a really beautiful, sunny, icy, frosty January morning. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really cold though. So this morning my daughter didn't want to walk to school. She's got bike ability at school today, which is when they take their bike in and then they get taught how to ride on the road and things like that. So she said, oh, I'm going to be outside most of the day, can we go in the car? So I took her in the car to school and then I came straight back and walked the dog because it's so pretty over in our field in the morning. When it's all icy and sunny, and I wanted to get out with him before the ice all melted because, as I say, it's just so pretty over there. So I put in a little bit of footage of our walk this morning so that you can see how pretty it is. So today so far hasn't gone quite as I'd planned. I really wanted to come home today and start my Logan shacket, and I hyped myself up for it. I'd done loads of research and everything on it yesterday. And I came to open my pattern properly this morning and I'd actually been sent the wrong size. So I can't get on with what I was planning to sew today, which is really annoying because I was so excited to get on with that one. But yeah, I'm annoyed at myself really because I don't know why I hadn't opened the pattern to check. I just left it in there and I'd actually read the instructions and everything, but somehow I'd managed to miss what size I'd been sent. So I literally had it all laid out on the table behind me ready to cut and thought, that doesn't seem right. So I haven't cut into the pattern or anything, so hopefully I can just swap it. So yeah, that's not gone quite as planned, but I will be hopefully sewing up the Logan jacket soon, and I will still do that as a sew along, so hopefully that will be coming soon. So instead today I'm going to start my new look pattern that I've been sent by Minerva to sew up as part of the Sew with New Look challenge, which is happening over on Minerva. And the idea is that you sew up a new look pattern. It can be any new look pattern. It can be one that's been in your stash for years or anything like that. Post a picture on your Minerva profile over on their website, and there are loads of different prizes up for grabs. You can win some Minerva vouchers and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today now. I'm going to start work on that. And this is what I'm going to be making. It's New Look Easy 6298. So I hope it's going to be easy. And I think I'm going to do view D at the bottom there. So it's just a really simple jersey tunic dress. I'm going for the one with the round neck and it has raglan sleeves, so that should be hopefully okay to sew. And then I think I'm going to leave off the bottom band here on this one because I want it a little bit shorter anyway, so I'm probably going to have to shorten it to tunic length anyway. So I think I'll just leave off that band. So the fabric I'm going to be using for this make is this really nice French terry. I think it's a Lady McElroy, but I'll double check and I'll link it below and everything. So this is quite a thin French terry fabric. It feels really lovely and soft, and I really like the floral print on this, and I thought it would be really nice to just wear with leggings and things. And especially as we go into the warmer months, I thought it would be really nice to have springtime, so that's what I'm going to use for this make. So I'm going to get on with that one now, and yeah, I'll let you know how I get on. pattern pieces. I traced this time because I think my mum wants me to make one of these dresses for her at some point, so I wanted to trace my size so that I could make a different size for possibly my mum or someone else in the future. So I have a bit of a shortage of tracing paper at the moment. I've cobbled together as many pieces of tracing paper and greaseproof paper as I could for this, and look at the last bit, it's quite funny. So this is the front of the tunic, and I had to add a little piece of tracing paper in here, like this square here, just so that I could trace out the front. So yeah, that's used up my tracing paper really well. I've used up quite a lot of scraps there, so I feel like I've been very economical there, but it's probably not the best or easiest way to trace things out. I really need to order some more tracing paper. But saying that, I have been cutting things out a bit more directly recently, because I'm beginning to think that tracing takes so much time, and often I don't tend to resize things that much, and I don't tend to make things for other people very often. So if there's anything that I'm quite sure about the size on and I know that I'm not going to make for anyone else, I am going to start cutting straight into the pattern just to save myself some time and save paper as well. Anyway, I have cut all of my pieces out now, and you might have seen from that bit of video footage that I really struggled to get all the pieces out of that bit of fabric. It's a directional print, and yeah, I really had to squeeze these pieces out, but I got there in the end, and I managed to cut out the tunic length, and I'm doing the 3/4 length sleeve as well. So they're all cut out now, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to do a bit of sewing as much as I can before school run time later and see how it goes. So I'm all set up, the machines are all set up. I just gave my overlocker a really good clean, because the last thing I made on it was my loungewear set, my Hudson pants, and it was absolutely covered in maroon coloured fluff. So it really needed a good clean, and then I rethreaded it again with white thread because it did have black in it. So I had all that to do, but it feels nice and clean now, so that's good. So I've just been having a look through the pattern instructions for this dress, and it's really funny because I haven't sewn up like a big 4 pattern for so long. I just tend to use indie patterns, and particularly Tilly and the Buttons patterns. They really kind of hold your hand all the way through kind of patterns, aren't they? This one is a bit more vague, and it also does things in a bit of a different way than I'm used to with jersey makes. But I am going to follow the pattern instructions as they are, because I really want to just give this new look pattern a go and do it exactly as it tells you to do. So I'm all ready to go now, so I'll film some of the sewing and talk to you about how I'm getting on as I go. Okay, so I've seamed up my back centre seam here, still not quite sure why that's necessary, and I've seamed my side seam. So next I need to do the sleeves. So the sleeves have a small dart in. So there's a small dart at the top of the sleeve here that needs to be sewn first in order to get the sleeve to fit into the body of the dress. So I'm going to sew the darts first, and then I need to sew my side seams, then turn up the hem at the bottom, and then they get inserted to the armhole of the dress. So I will do my darts and my seams and everything, and then I'll come back and show you where I'm at. So hopefully you saw there me sewing up my sleeves, and now I've put my sleeves inside the armhole. So I hope you can see if I hold it up like that you just sew around the um, underarm section, I guess. So that's how the raglan seam is created, and not in the usual way that I'm used to, where you sew the seams first and then you put the neckband in after that. So it's kind of similar, but it's just a little bit different. Anyway, I'm looking forward to giving this one a go and seeing how that turns out. So I'm going to overlock this now, and then the next bit is the neckband. It's only the neckband after this, and then turning it up, and then it's done. So it's a really quick sew, or it should be anyway, fingers crossed. You might have seen there that I was wearing my headphones while I was sewing. So recently I'm trying to be a bit more productive about using my time while I'm sewing and listen to YouTube videos or audiobooks and things like that. I do obviously watch and listen to sewing videos, but I also listen to things about productivity and YouTube and Instagram and things like that, and blogging and all the things that I do and am interested in. So I always try and combine sewing time, or something I'm trying to do better for this year I should say, is to combine my sewing time with listening to something that can actually help me to learn as well, because sometimes I just completely forget to put anything else on and I'm just in my own little world sewing away. But sometimes it's really quite nice to listen to something as well, and then I feel like I'm kind of doing two things at once and I'm being more productive that way. So let me know in the comments if you do the same, and let me know what you listen to. I've got into audiobooks a little bit lately, so I've got Amazon Audible on my phone, and yeah, so I'm on the lookout for other audiobooks and things to listen to, so let me know. So my neckband is all in now, and I've just top stitched around the edge, so you can probably see that the neckband is actually quite wide, which is quite nice. I've just tried it on actually because I was worried that it was going to be too wide, but it's actually okay. And yeah, I really like how it's looking actually, and I really love this fabric, so pleased with it so far. I realised when I tried it on that I'm going to need to shorten it, so I think I'm going to take it up a good inch or inch and a half actually, and give it quite a wide hem at the bottom, and then it will be short tunic length. And I'm glad I didn't add the band on the bottom of this dress, because it would have been really long then. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have some lunch now, and then I'm going to just hem the dress, and then I'll be done, and then I'll show you what it looks like on. So I've just turned up the bottom of my hair, and I've overlocked the fabric first because this is a curly jersey. It wants to curl up all the time, so I thought overlocking it would just give it a bit more kind of stability, and it did help me pressing up the hem. So I've turned it up by about an inch and a half, so it's going to have quite a wide hem on it. And then I'm just going to do a kind of fake twin needle on the bottom, so I'm going to sew around the bottom twice, so it looks like I've twin needled it, even though I haven't, because this hem is quite wide. It doesn't need to stretch or anything, so I think it'll be fine doing a normal straight stitch on it. So that's what I'm going to do now. So the dress is finished, and I actually really like it. It's a really simple style. It's quite a simple pattern. It was very quick to put together, as you probably could tell from me sewing it up there. So the neckline is quite wide. It's almost like a boat neck style, I'd say. Well, it is on me anyway. I guess if you've got wider shoulders, then obviously it wouldn't be so wide on you. And I like the raglan seams here. I like the way that they hang and the way that they fit. So I turned my dress up quite a lot, and as I say, I did view D, so I didn't add the bottom band. So you might want to just take that into consideration with regard to length, depending on how tall you are and how you want it to fall. So I'll just stand up and show you where mine falls. I actually just had to stand up on the chair then so that you could see where it falls on me, but it's kind of mid-thigh, which is really nice for wearing with leggings and things like that. I think it would be a bit too short to wear without any tights or leggings, the length that I've made it. So I'll pop in a couple of photos so that you can see what it looks like on as well, and just to remind you what pattern I've used. It's New Look 6298 and it's an easy one, and I would recommend this for beginners. If you're a beginner sewer, I think this would be a really good one because there's no setting the sleeves in. I think the hardest bit is probably putting in the neckband, but mine went in pretty easily really, and because it's quite a wide neckband it pressed flat pretty easily as well. So yeah, I definitely say this is a really good beginner sew, and I'd say it took me around 2 hours to sew as well, so it is quite a quick speedy one. So that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this casual sew day vlog, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the pattern that I've sewn up, and let me know if you're joining in with the Minerva Sew with New Look challenge, because I'd love to know, and follow your make over on Instagram or on Minerva. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and please, if you've enjoyed this video, do give it a like. I post lots of sew along videos and lots of sewing content and fabric hauls and things like that, and sewing plans. So if you're into sewing and making as well, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Take care everyone, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.